Hey there, it's Huang. One of the misconceptions about becoming a certified hand therapist or even wanting to sit for the hand therapy exam is that somehow you have to be this uber smart person, or that this A student, right? Or that you have to have a lot of time to devote to sitting and preparing it, that it takes years and years of study. And I want to break up some of those misconceptions for you, because I believe that when it comes to wanting to become a CHT or wanting to sit for the exam, that it doesn't have to do with your grades. I know that I was never like this A student. If you've ever heard my stories, I actually applied to become a teacher assistant in the OT program, and I was the only one that did not get the job. And I was not one of those people who were just like constantly making A's and that was super easy or anything like that. It wasn't. I was a B, C student, and I struggled to make sure that I understood concepts in a certain way. So I don't think that you have to be like this A student in order to become a CHT. I actually have spoken to several different fieldwork coordinators in the universities and stuff, where they somehow feel like students, to be able to go into a hand therapy setting, has to somehow have A's and be really quote unquote smart. And I don't think so. It's not that you can't be, smart. Like I think you're already smart. Like I think you're already smart. Got into the OT program, the PT program. You're, passing your classes, right? That's like as smart as you need to be. You're already smart. I don't think it has anything to do with grades. I think it has a lot to do with passion. And I think that when you're passionate about becoming an expert in your area and becoming that certified hand therapist, where those letters essentially let people know that you are the expert, right? You don't have to have seen everything. You don't have to have seen it like 100 times. Everyone's in different settings in which they can practice becoming that expert in the area. So I don't think it has anything to do with grades. So if you have any passion to helping people with hand and arm problems, and want to be an expert in your area, I hope that this video helps you to understand that you don't have to be an A student. You just have to have the passion for it. Another thing I think is a misconception is that somehow you have to have a lot of time, right? So it's either you have to have a lot of time to study for this, like years and years and years of studying, or you have to start like way in advance, or like to do it yourself. And I don't think that you need to. I think that there are different programs out there now that can help you to, get through the thickness of the information a little bit easier. There's groups that can help you connect with the right people and the right minded people. So I think that you can cut through how long it can take you. I certainly know when I studied for the exam, it took me a long time, because I kind of was by myself. I didn't really have anyone that I knew, wasn't really connected with anyone that I knew that was, in my area, or even, like-minded like me to study in the way. But I know that everyone who has studied for the exam, or especially for the ones who have in my program, I think the one thing that I can say 100% is that everyone who studies for the exam, it helps them to become a better therapist. It helps them to become a better thinker, and it helps them to become a better problem solver, and it helps them to become a better decision maker in terms of like what they should be doing to help their patients in their area progress and get the best possible results, right? Because at the end of the day, I think whether you're an OT or a PT and you want to become a certified hand therapist, it's really about getting the best outcome for your patients. So I don't think that you need like a ton of time. I think it's about just that accountability and focus. It's hard to get started, right? That's number one. It's hard to get started, but once you get started, then you kind of get into another problem, which is it's hard to keep going. Right? It's hard to keep going. So this is essentially what the hand exam prep program has been all about. It's something that I wish I had when I was studying for it. I think it would have made it less painful, made it less lonely, made me understand concepts faster, better, so that I didn't have to sit there and read the same paragraphs and the same pages for hours. And so I think that's where you can kind of like cut some of the time, because a program like the hand exam prep program that we have through Hand Therapy Secrets helps to cut that time out. So not only will it keep you accountable, like we meet up every week, but keep you focused so that you know exactly what you're doing, where you should be putting your focus, and then giving you the support you need. I wish I had somebody who I could just like call and ask questions, and that would get detailed answers, right? So it can help me with my thinking versus just like yes or no, right? I wanted someone to help me understand concepts or explain things to me in a way that would help me understand. So if you have been thinking about sitting for the exam, and you've been struggling a little bit, whether you're struggling to get started or you're struggling to keep going, or you're just kind of worried about, can you do it? The hand exam prep program is about to open May 15th. It's going to open May 15th through the 24th, and we are doing our extended version. So it gives you 6 months access for the price of 3 months. So if you want more details about it, I'm going to include the link in the bio or below, so you can grab details on it. But in the details, I'll also give you an opportunity to book a strategy call with me. So I can find out a little bit more about you, find out where you're struggling, and just help you make a decision about if this program would be the right fit for you, right? If this is the program that could help you prepare to sit for that exam. But essentially those are the misconceptions that I think when it comes to sitting for the exam or becoming a CHT, that somehow you have to be uber smart. You're already smart. You just have to study in a way that gives you the best possible chance of passing, right? And the second misconception is that somehow it's supposed to take you a ton of time. And it doesn't have to. If you get really structured and really focused, I bet we can cut that prep time in half. So if you want to join me, click on the link to get more details on the program and get an opportunity to book a strategy call with me and decide if this is the type of program that you need or not. And if anything, you'll get some great tips on what you could do to prepare for the exam.